Hi everyone, I'm Amy here with Park Cameras, and today I've got my hands on the brand new Olympus OMD E-M10 Mark III. Now there are some small differences between the Mark II and the Mark III, and there's one really big one. The Mark III has 4K video, and along with its inbuilt 5-axis image stabilisation for video and photo, you can look forward to getting some really good, blur-free, good quality movies. In fact, it can shoot 4K at 30 frames per second, 1080p at 60 frames per second, and 720p at 120 frames per second. So basically, you can shoot slow motion. Now, it doesn't have a headphone or microphone port, but it's not a pro video camera. In fact, it's a social sharing camera, and any camera that right now has the ability to be really quick and efficient at sharing images through social media is really good news. It is really well built, stylish, incredibly easy to use, and you've got the benefit of having interchangeable lenses. When you pair all that with the fact that it's got Wi-Fi and you can process the RAWs in camera, if you've got this and a smartphone, you're kind of set for getting sharing all your images and videos. Actually seems to be working really nicely in the low light there. So why is it so easy to use? The shortcut button just here allows you to access this super control panel, and the touchscreen along with the very satisfyingly clicky twisty bits makes changing settings very quick and intuitive. In fact, it's so intuitive that it takes basically no time to get used to, being easy to use straight out of the box. Because let's face it, learning the camera is the boring bit. Using a camera is the fun bit. Yeah. Ah, the irony. It can focus very close. One of the biggest upgrades between the Mark II and the Mark III is the autofocus system. Powered by the TruePic 8, all 121 focus points in the Mark III lock on quickly and accurately. The face detection is particularly effective, and keeping the Touch AF means even easier selection of points on the tilting LCD screen. It doesn't do bad indoors either. The inherited 200 to 25,600 ISO range makes it able to be used in all types of light. Okay, so it doesn't have the low noise ratio of, say, an A7S Mark II, but it's an everyday camera which is pretty budget friendly. You wouldn't expect it to. However, you can find exactly how much it is with lenses and accessories if you click the link that's just up there. Also, I know it's not really a photographic selling point, but look at it. It is so stylish and it's really well built. It feels like if you put it in your camera bag, bits aren't going to snap off. It's got a really nice solid feel. Just Coke. The Mark III is built for city life. The classic styling, the size, the features, all really lend it to being a great travel lifestyle type camera. Made for the sort of person who likes to hop on a plane with just a carry-on bag and upload loads of Instagrams as they go. To prove the point, I took the E-M10 to Snowdonia for a really quick 24-hour visit. Its size made transportation easy, even with a few different lenses. And the style meant it didn't look out of place on a hike or at the bar. It was so nice to use straight out of the box. I didn't have to search for anything. It was all at my fingertips, making it ready for any scenario, which was handy with the ever-changing Welsh weather. Other great features include a built-in pop-up flash, a slightly larger thumb grip for an easier hold, an incredibly sharp viewfinder, and this button here. This gives you an inbuilt digital 2x teleconverter in order for you to be able to quickly capture something far away if you don't have time to change the lens. It is digital, so you do lose a bit of resolution, but it is a neat feature for those wanting to just capture a moment. Built-in scene modes and arty creative effects give you access to pinhole effect, film grain, nightscape mode, etc. Advanced photo mode gives you extra features such as focus bracketing, silent shooting, keystone compensation, HDR, and my personal favourite, lifetime, which shoots a continuous exposure and gives a preview image on the LCD screen of what your image is going to look like, which is really handy for shooting things like star trails. Now, I know a lot of people will look at the E-M10 Mark II and the E-M10 Mark III and think they're really similar, which in all fairness they are, but the upgrades that have been introduced into the Mark III just make it so much nicer to use and make sure that you get better results more often. Having 4K video is a huge plus, and you've got a slightly quicker frames per second as well as a higher graded processor, which means it just works quickly and efficiently. 121 focus points over 81 is a big improvement. And the autofocus, I feel, seems to be a bit quicker as well, although, let's face it, that's going to be marginal. The buttons for the teleconverter and that quick menu, the super menu, that made shooting really easy and really intuitive. So overall, there is definitely a big improvement. It's just not every single feature has got some small difference to it. They've kept some of the things the same that work already, and that's not a bad thing. If you need any more information on the camera, then please give us a call, send us an email, pop a comment below, or just go onto the website. We'll try our best to help you out. Thanks for watching.